Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about what I learned moving away from home as well as getting ready for work. So let's get into it. The first thing that I learned is that my identity was tied to familiarity and comfort, like just being comfortable. Being at the same places with the same people at the same bars definitely enhanced the party girl that I was. And what if there was more to me than that? Was there more than drinking and sleeping around? Moving away allowed me to gain insight and perspective and the depth of who I really was and who I wanted to be, because it allowed me to build from scratch and scratch out the people, places, ideas, and things that I knew. And it made me decide, for myself, expectations on who I ought to be. The next thing I learned from moving away is learning how to fill silence with unhealthy habits. Now, loneliness doesn't always look sad, but yet can look busy and distracted. And that includes eating, sex, social media, which I fall victim to every day. Eating made me gain so much weight and not feel good in my body, which kind of sucks. Sex made me feel gross and misunderstood and honestly heightened my loneliness because I was longing for connection rather than sexual attention. And then social media made me feel less than because I didn't have what they had. I felt behind in my age group, and that's just not true. So if you're pulling a geographic to run from yourself, it's not going to work. I'm saying you have to build healthy habits and go through things that build character, self-respect, identity, and self-growth. The next thing I learned was how quick your money actually goes when you live alone. Realistically, you have bills to pay, groceries, gas, insurance, and a billion other things to pay. You have to find out what budgets work best for you, whether it be like the 50, 20, 30 method, the SSS method. There's a lot of different methods out. And not having a safety net at a lot of times really made me close to being homeless. Thank God. But it definitely made me more intentional and a lot more observant of how I spend my money and how I save my money. When you're not investing, smart choices matter and small choices matter, including like gym subscriptions, dinners, even where you shop. So just being aware of that, and I'm still learning that, but stability is built and it's not given. So be gentle with yourself. The next thing I learned when moving away is to show up when I don't want to. I have to show up for work because I have bills and I live in Los Angeles and I can't live rent-free. I can't be on my time when I want to be and just do whatever because people rely on me to make their wheels work. Just showing up for people the way I would want people to show up for me, especially in rough times and situations, has also really changed my perspective and growth when moving away. And showing up for myself, especially in what I eat, or if I go to the gym, it really shows how much commitment I have to myself. And it lets me get out of self and show up for others, to get out of my own head, just because you're always going to have sad or happy days, but wallowing in them doesn't make it better, and showing up for others and getting out of yourself definitely helps. The last thing that I learned while moving away is to have appreciation for where I'm from. LA is really messy. People are really weird. There's a load of dirty crap all over the place, and it just made me appreciate the quiet and serenity and beauty of the Delaware views. You can't get that anywhere else. It allows me to have different experiences, especially when I go home, but it also allows me to have different perspectives and a lot more gratitude for where I was raised and for the hometown culture that comes along and the closeness that comes along and the company that comes with it. So I'm just saying, you're not making a geographic to avoid yourself. You just can't do that. You're going to follow yourself everywhere. But you have to take it as a chance to expand yourself and give yourself independence and growth. And those are the top 5 things that I learned while moving across the country and out of my parents' house. I hope this helped anybody who's thinking about moving or just expanding perspective and life changes. These are just some things I would have loved to know when I thought I could run away from my problems and my alcoholism and my frustrations and myself. But here is the final makeup look. I had to film it at work because I got busy, but I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye.